Hi guys, welcome back. Second exercise. This time we're going to do very similar to the last one, but we're finding the unknown angle this time. So last time we found an unknown side length. This time we're given two side lengths. We have to find the unknown angle. So I'll let you copy that down in a few seconds, but we're just going to talk through it first. So the biggest thing that I can say about this is use the same process as last exercise. So remember what that was? Label the sides is number one. Find the rule, sock katoa, find which one we're going to use. Substitute the values in that we know, and then solve and answer the question at the end. Excellent. Okay, let's start. So, find the value of theta, the angle here, to 2 decimal places. Okay, we'll start off. There's our right angle. So this side here must be the hypotenuse. So we'll label it hypotenuse. Here's our angle. The one opposite that must be called the opposite. So which rule out of those three rules uses opposite and hypotenuse? Yes, you're right, the sine rule. Good job. So we write it out. Sine theta, SOH. So sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. Write the rule out first. Alright, now that we've got that done, we substitute the values in. But this time, theta is an unknown, so we just leave it as sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse, which is 2. And this is a bit tricky. You need to put that in brackets this time. So, we've got sine theta equals a half, but we just want to work out what theta is by itself. And if that was a number, you could divide it by that. But you can't do that when you've got an angle. So the way that we get rid of sine is something called inverse. So we want the inverse of sine. So in a minute, when we do that, you're going to have on your calculator, it's going to say sine to the power of -1, and then you type in a half. So I'll show you what you type in your calculator just when I get it. So you press shift and then the sine button, and that will come up on your basic calculator. I'm using a CAS calculator, so it's slightly different to yours. So I press sine to the power of -1, which is inverse sine. Make sure you put the brackets in and type in a half. Close brackets, press enter, and I've got 30 exactly. Don't forget degrees, because that's the units. So theta equals 30 degrees. Excellent. So the only new bit here is that you've got to go inverse sine. So it's second function, or shift on those basic calculators. Shift and then sine, and then that'll be written on your calculator. Write that step in. Make sure you put brackets around the half. Otherwise you might get an incorrect answer. And 30 degrees. Is it a sensible answer? Yes, it is. Great job. Let's do the next one. It's exactly the same. So, there's the right angle. This one's called the hypotenuse. That's the opposite, so nothing's there. This one must be the adjacent. I reckon it's cos for this one. So, cos theta equals CAH, so it's adjacent over hypotenuse. Label the sides, write the rule. Make sure you do that. Don't be lazy. You won't make a mistake if you do that. Okay, so cos theta equals adjacent, which is 1.5, over hypotenuse, which is 2.5. Put brackets around it, just so we don't make mistakes. The next step, we need to get rid of this cos. How do we do that? We press shift cos. And remember, it's called inverse cos. So cos to the -1, 1.5 over 2.5, and now we type it into our calculator. So, let's type in inverse cos. Whoops, press the wrong button. Inverse cos, there we go. 1.5 divided by 2.5, close brackets, equals 53.13 and degrees. And there's your answer, and it's a sensible answer. I want to come back to this question. Come back with me for 1 second. If the question said to 2 decimal places, did you notice? Well done for little Johnny in the back corner who got this one right. 30 should be 30.00 degrees. Technically, it says to 2 decimal places. We've got to have attention to detail. So 30.00, that's what the answer is if it wants it to 2 decimal places. Alright, so worded questions. What you need to do is make sure you read the question as many times as you can until you understand it perfectly. So get rid of all the words and then you just turn it into a maths problem, so you need to draw a picture. So, a long mine tunnel is sunk into the ground. Its depth is 120 metres, so straight down, and and the end of the tunnel is 100 metres horizontally from the ground entrance. Find the angle the tunnel makes with a horizontal. So, I don't like the wording of this question anyway, but there's our tunnel. It goes in at a diagonal like that. It says it's something to the ground, its depth is 120 metres. So that distance there is 120 metres. And it's 100 metres horizontally from the ground entrance. So that distance there is 100 metres horizontally. So there's our right angle there, because that's a horizontal and that's a vertical. So there's our right angle. And it says find the angle the tunnel makes with a horizontal. This is our tunnel and there's a horizontal. So that is the angle that we're trying to find. So once we turn all those words into this diagram, then it's easy. It's easy peasy. So again, we label the sides. That one's opposite. This one's adjacent. Alright, which rule is opposite adjacent? It is tan. Tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. Write the rule out. Substitute the values in. Tan theta equals opposite, which is 120, over adjacent, which is 100. Put brackets around it. How do we get rid of tan? You press shift tan and you'll get tan to the minus 1. 120 over 100. And now, and only now once we've got to that stage, that is your workings out. You must show it in a test. So now we can write down, now we can use our calculator. Tan to the minus 1, brackets, 120 divided by 100, close brackets, equals, and I get 50.19 degrees. 2 decimal places, there's your answer. Is it a sensible answer? Yes, it seems like it's a reasonable answer. And since it's a worded question, you answer it in words. You say, the angle the tunnel makes with the horizontal is 50.19 degrees. Now you've just got to do your homework from this. Do your homework please. So it's exercise 4B, page 275. 1 to 3 is every second question, and 5 to 8 are worded questions. Don't forget, smash that like button.